Oh, it says I'm live. Sometimes it has a delayed reaction where it doesn't seem to be on, but it is. This is for a love and relationship reading for Sagittarius people for July, or the rest of July 2019. And so this specifically is a reading for those of you that are in relationships. This is for Sagittarius, rising Sun, Venus, Mars. I suppose if there were some serious astrology freaks watching, you could even look up your arrows if you know what that is. So we'll just see what comes out. I'm going to pick 6 cards. Originally, I'll show them to you and then I'll get started. This is for Sagittarius people that feel as though they're in a relationship with someone. If you happen to be single or just dabbling with dating or getting to know people, you may want to check out the singles reading on my channel. My name's Ara, by the way. Oh, it says... Okay. So, let's go. Sagittarius for relationships and for the rest of July. Timing is always a strange thing with readings, so sometimes things happen later than what it's meant to. Sometimes they've already happened, sometimes they're about to, sometimes it may take a while. If this reading even resonates with you. You've had the Hanged Man hang out on the bottom of the deck almost the entire time. Let's see. Okay. That one just fell out. One more shuffle. Hopefully you can hear me okay and the signal is working. If you hear strange noises in the background, that's either my new kitten or my dog. What the heck is all this about? Okay. That's so funny. I just turned that one out up. Mercury's retrograde, so I'm not going to be as eloquent as I normally am. Wow, you have 3 major arcanas out of 6. It's kind of a big deal. Okay, you have some pretty nice cards, actually. I'm definitely going to pick some clarifiers because it's so large. But here are your 6 cards. You have Major Arcana, the Lovers. Major Arcana, the Hermit. The 9 of Wands. The Queen of Pentacles. Your own Major Arcana card, or one of them, Strength. Or, I'm sorry, this is for Sagittarius. That's not one of your cards at all. That's Leo. Okay, your final one is the 2 of Cups. Pretty nice, you guys. All right, I'm going to read this to you the way that it is right now, and then I shall pick a clarifier or 2 and see if I can get more details. So this is either what's happening for you now or has just recently happened. This is for those of you in relationships. It looks as if you may possibly be with an earth sign, but you obviously don't have to be with an earth sign, but this is an earth sign in here. It looks as if the two of you are making some major decisions on how to grow the relationship or what you want to cultivate together in the future. This could also be making major decisions about business, money, work, long-term goals of things you would like to manifest together. You guys look really sensual, actually. Let me pick a clarifier to go with that. Okay, one more. I'm gonna have to pick one more. Okay. To me, it seems as though the two of you are on the same page, or you're pretty well bonded to each other, or you're in alliance with each other. So when you do make these major decisions together or decide what direction to take things in the future, it looks as if you're working together with the lovers here. There may be something going on with a prominent woman in your lives as well. This could be a mother figure, this could be a family member. This can also be your partner too, or long-term goals. So your first clarifier was the 10 of Pentacles. For some of you, it's definitely long-term goals or long-term goals that the two of you have had together have come to full term now. And so now you may be picking a whole different route to take from here on out, as in an old cycle is closing. It looks like a really good cycle has closed, or it's a good culmination of the cycle. So maybe you have decided you've lived in the same place for too long, or one of you has had the same job for too long, or you're tired of doing things. Whatever your long-term goals were, it seems as if you have built them already, or you have manifested them fully, and now a new cycle is about to begin. So you may decide you have totally new goals in your relationship now, a new location you want to move to, or you would like to start a family even, or work on some kind of big dream that the two of you have had, or a new dream is forming and an old dream has come to full term in a good way. This could be things to do with the family too. This could be a baby being born in the family. It could be making decisions about how to best take care of family or to be closer to family. And your second clarifier is the moon. And I got something specific with this, which is somebody may have an aging mother that needs to be taken care of, or somebody's mother, or prominent women in your family, or matriarchs in the family. Things may be changing. It looks like, I don't know who this is for, but this looks like a multi-generation big family. Lots of babies, lots of different people in each generation of the family, but something is happening. Maybe a grandmother or a great-grandmother is passing away, and there's some kind of inheritance for everyone in the family that they can use towards new goals or helping with business or something, or what to do with prominent women in the family on how to best take care of them. This can even be deciding to start a family with your partner, as in deciding to get pregnant or have a baby together or start a family too. But something about this feels really emotional to me, and it feels like it's a huge decision for the two of you, and it somehow affects your relationship or your external reality, as in where you live, how you use your resources or your long-term goals as far as manifestation goes. So your final clarifier was the Ace of Pentacles. And this is reminding me of this 10 of Pentacles. There's a fruitful harvest or a long-term cycle ending, possibly to do with a location, family, roots, or loved ones, or even a community that the two of you have been in for a long time. For some reason, this is coming across somehow for some of you that have been with this person for a very long time. or you've known each other since childhood and something about your families is common, or your families know each other or something. This can even be just a sense of community too. But it seems as though something has come to full term and something completely new is beginning. And so it seems to me like, even though some of this may be sensitive or emotional for the two of you, or maybe bringing some old things up from the past, not between the two of you, but somehow about the families or your childhoods or something, you guys look really supportive of each other. If this is your partner going through something involving the family and a long-term cycle closing, you look very supportive of each other. This is my new kitten, Mr. G. His name is Mr. G because we named him Mojo G-string Bikini because he has a little tiny white crotch. He looks like he's wearing a G-string. So anyway, okay. So coming up, no, Mr. G. Ozzy, where are you, buddy? Go babysit the kitten. Okay, two major arcanas together. Something coming up is a huge deal. You may need to do some reflecting. Strength is in here. You need your a strong support for each other while one of you or both of you is going through some kind of very deep healing process. This hermit is kind of reminding me of this moon a little bit. It looks as though there's something deep going on within one or both of you that's a process you're going through. It feels very healing. It feels like possibly some light is being shed on some old family secrets, or something, light is being shed on some old memories, or something to do with the family for someone, or possibly to do with, some of you or one of you in the relationship may have had a difficult childhood where there was a lot of grief, or a lack of nurturing, or a lack of a feeling of family. And it seems as though part of this healing has to do with creating what you didn't have and creating it now for future generations. If you felt as though you didn't have that support growing up, you can create that for yourself and your family now. And something about that is extremely healing for someone. But there's a lot of reflection. There's a lot of tuning in. There's a lot of remembering things and having to stay strong through the process. You could be with an earth sign, a Leo, a Pisces, or a water sign. There's a lot of things in here. Gemini doesn't have to be any sign. So I'm going to pick a clarifier to go with those two. One of you may seem distant in the relationship, whether it's you or your partner, because they're going through something internally that they may not really be able to even explain, because they're still trying to figure it out themselves. So if that's going on, give them space, and allow them to have that process, and allow them to have some alone time if they need to in order to get clarity. Yeah. One of you or both of you need a break in order to get in touch with some very deep, oh, hey, there's somebody on there. Hi. This is another Pisces card. Between the moon, between the hanged man, and between the hermit, it seems as though there's something really deep, transformational, and profound is happening that is going to change you from the inside out. Both of you may be going through this together, or one of you may be going through this separately, and it's a very internal process. It would help if you were going through this, if your partner definitely seems very supportive, or you want to support them in that process. So what you can do to support them and be a good grounding force for whichever one of you is the one that's in a delicate space right now and is processing some really deep things, possibly from the past, or being reconnected with old dreams that they once had a long time ago that they forgot about. If you wanted to support them in that, I would recommend go on a trip together someplace profound, or do something out of the ordinary. There's some kind of a vacation or a vision quest or some kind of time out that's needed in a very unpredictable or strange place. Could be a special forest or a special place. I don't know. And take them out of the house. Get them out of the house. Let me pick another clarifier. Yeah, go on some kind of a trip, or take your time visioning together and imagining together on where you would like to see things go, or where you would like to go together in the future. Hi, there's people on here. There's a lot of major arcanas in here. It seems like something very large is happening that's extremely healing and profound and inspirational, but it goes very deep and it's somewhat emotional and sensitive. It almost feels raw in a happy, sad sort of way. It's something to do with roots or family or a location or a matriarch or old dreams that they forgot about, or healing childhood pain or neglect. I'm getting emotional neglect in childhood and completely transforming that in the family for future generations by creating that now. Okay, so if you have a question, go ahead and type it while I finish this up, and I'll see if I can do it quickly. For the last bit of July, it looks like the two of you are wrapping some things up from the past. Again, this is reminding me of the Ten of Pentacles in here. Something is finishing off or culminating or graduating, and you're brainstorming together, and you actually feel really supportive and in tune with each other is what I'm getting in here. You have to definitely make some decisions together or brainstorm together or vision quest together to come up with where you want to go from here, because something is finishing up. Let me pick some clarifiers. Okay. Be gentle with the kitten, Ozzy. Okay, there's some worry, anxiety, possible troubles with sleeping at night or trying to calm down thoughts, or there's some kind of stress, or even remembering things that they haven't remembered in a long time that are coming back up. In with that is a feeling of discontent or a feeling of not having what one wished for once upon a time. Getting this feeling that's akin to a midlife crisis, that type of vibration of a feeling of looking back and wishing you had done things differently, or wishing that you had fulfilled certain dreams or certain goals that you never did. Or there's a feeling of something of never having this inspiration again. Somebody has definitely gotten into some kind of a funk or a rut or a stuck place in their own psyche with what they want out of life in general, not just out of the relationship, but something feels unfulfilled or bored or worried. But the final clarifier is another major arcana. Let's see, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 major arcanas in here. This is a really huge deal. This seems like a long-term cycle of years or decades even. Something that goes really deep that may not be easy to articulate. That has to do with lost dreams or forgotten dreams or something. Meeting inspiration again. But with those, you have the Fool. So again, vision quest all you need to, go within all you need to, in order to find the answers that you seek or come up with the decisions you need to make in order to move forward. Right now, it's okay to be in limbo. Not this kind of limbo. Not this kind of limbo. This is a discontented, bored, not knowing what to do sort of limbo. This is a kind of limbo that is much needed and is extremely visionary and open to visions or open to inspiration or messages from spirit or from dreams. Some of you may be having intensely lucid dreams or some really profound dreams, or you may be remembering your dreams when normally you don't. And your subconscious is trying to tell you something. So definitely allow it to be whatever it is. Receive whatever you need to receive. Some old emotions may be stirred up that come from even family, generational karma. So hard to describe. Some old things that are being resolved or dealt with or let go of. And some much needed introspection on looking at it, not just being open to receive, but also after you receive your vision or you receive something, you need to look at it, at what you received, and try to make some sense out of it or get some clarity from it or on it. If you're having weird dreams and if you can't figure out what they're trying to tell you, you may want to go to someone who's good with dream interpretation, who may be able to help you kind of get clear on what exactly the details of your dreams are trying to tell you. Or even it's kind of like daydreaming, but sometimes it's visions that just pop up in your head of random pictures. You should be paying attention to those as well, or any strange feelings that come out of nowhere. So, but with this Fool in here, it looks as if the two of you most definitely are about to embark on a completely new level or journey or path together. And this involves bravery and choosing to leap or choosing to go towards it. But take your time, because with all of the major arcanas, it seems like this is so large. How could you possibly fit all of this into just 2 weeks in July? So this may be a process you'll be in together for a while. But ultimately, this looks really powerful and healing to me, and something dramatically is changing, where something is being let go of deep, deep down that would enable things to be much healthier and more inspiring in the future, if that makes any sense. If you're thinking about taking a leap and moving or going on some journey together, you should do it. Okay, let's see what your question was. Okay. Oh, look. So you want to know if she'll come back or if there'll be any communication. Okay. Oh, I guess these are meant to stay out. Almost done. I just need to pick one more. Sorry, this is taking a while to get the right information for you. Hey, no, no. Okay. This is a really mixed bag. I can see why you have a hard time letting go of her, because you do have strong connection with each other. And not everything is black and white. But first you have the devil over the Wheel of Fortune. I'm getting that even though it was painful, even though it's been really difficult, for now you need to let go of it in order to move forward. There's some karmic things that this person has to go through still that are learning processes that eventually will bring them to a really good understanding and a good place. But for now, they're not out of it. It seems like there's some patterns, some subconscious patterns that always happen over and over for this person. And I don't see that change. I mean, there is a potential here for change, or they may have been working on changing this or trying to figure it out for a while, but it looks like it's going to be a process for a while. As far as communication goes, I don't know if you've tried to reach out, but you may want to. I don't know if this person would reach out to you. It looks as if they're having a really hard time, actually, mentally. I don't know if this person struggles with depression or things that they've been through that it's like they torture themselves in their own mind. You may be aware of this, you may not be, but it seems as though something's happening for them right now that's extremely difficult. They may not be in a really good place or a clear place to be able to communicate properly, but if you may very well hear from them, but you may not. If you feel the need to reach out, you can. You'll know one way or the other if you do. It seems like you would get some kind of an answer. But communication in the past possibly has been extremely painful. And so if you are going to reach out, or if they do reach out, you need to make sure that you stay calm and grounded in your own mind, because you could get sucked back into the old worries or mental anguish all over again. So in some ways, this person seemed like your person, or you have a strong bond with them, and there was a lot of love there. But possibly because of abuse or something that they went through themselves, I'm getting from childhood, from a male figure in the family, mentally, when it comes to relationships, even though they have a huge heart and they're an extremely loving person, something about how they use their sexuality or their attractiveness or their love is slightly subconsciously manipulative. And in a way, they still need to identify these subconscious things out if this is ever going to change, because it seems pretty ingrained in them. And I'm not saying that this is a bad person. This person actually seems like deep down in their soul, they're an amazing person, but something about their behavior has been warped because of abuse that they went through. And I don't know if that's really going to change anytime soon, because beneath those, there's the Four of Pentacles. It seems like they're pretty locked in patterns. For now, people always have the ability to change, but you do need to identify what needs to be changed in order to change it, or to understand what needs to be changed. And it seems like a lot of this is subconscious for them. In the future, I'm sort of concerned for you because there is a strong connection with this person, spiritually speaking. And you may still dream of them, or they may still think of you. You may still think of them a lot. I can see why, because there is a karmic love connection between the two of you, possibly from past lifetimes. And to me, it seems as though through many lifetimes, you may have actually helped each other out quite a bit when one of you was down or low or sick or needed help. But something about this is a little too painful for you. And I'm afraid that if you try to heal them when they're not ready to, or you want to take care of them in a weird way, that may take energy away from you. And I don't know if this person is really ready to heal just yet, but in the future, it seems as though they start figuring some things out and they start getting better rest and they stop being so mentally tormented with, I don't know, nightmares or bad dreams or something. But I'm worried that you're going to stay in limbo for too long waiting for this person. And so you don't have to let go of this person spiritually or emotionally, but you do on a certain level when it comes to relationships. Because I don't think that this person is just yet anyway. Maybe sometime in the future they will be ready to hash these things out or heal these things or understand certain things. But for now, it seems like they're in a subconscious spot. And I don't really think that that hoping for them to come around is really the best for you, because it seems as though you're stuck waiting and waiting and waiting. And there is no real way of telling when this person would ever come around or when they would come around. So I would recommend that you work on releasing it and healing off of certain expectations when it comes to relationships. But as far as loving this person goes, or on a more deeper soul level, then yes, but this, you do have a connection with this person, and you do love this person, but try not to hang on to them in any way, because ultimately I don't see it as being good for you. You may be kept in limbo for way too long emotionally. So hopefully that helped you and or made sense for you. All right. I love you guys. Take care. I don't think so. I don't think, okay, I don't think that she would be happy with anyone. There's something else going on with her that she has to deal with that goes from a long time ago that's kind of tortured. And in a certain way, I don't think that she'll ever really be satisfied in relationships until she can face whatever that stuff was that she went through, if that makes any sense. So, I mean, if you really love her, if she is happy, you should, even though it's sad, you should be able to release her and wish her well. But from the cards that I get, she doesn't seem like she's in a good spot. Well, she may very well be on a certain level, but internally, yeah. On the outside, it looks good. But on her inside of her, she's not good. There's something she's got to heal or deal with, or something is always there that causes her not to be satisfied or something. I don't know. I wish her the best, though. I wish both of you the best. And you should be hoping, if it's not meant to be between the two of you, you should be hoping for this for her, and you should be hoping for this for yourself as well. And everybody deserves love, you know. But she may be feeling some guilt too. or realized she didn't handle it in the best way. I don't know. She just seems like a old soul that's a little bit tortured on a certain level. So, okay. Take care. See you soon.